Meanwhile, at the Gram Java Cafe, Caroline is sitting at one of the tables thinking as she has another vision of an apparent image of a fire break burning out a house. Caroline. Caroline. Caroline! And as Caroline suddenly snapped out of her vision and saw her boyfriend standing before her with 2 cups of coffee. Simon, you okay? Yeah, of course I am. And as Caroline got the cup of coffee from Simon, who in turn went and sat down across from her. Only thing is, you're not. You look like you're miles away. You're right. And it's time I tell you the reason. Meanwhile, at the Brownsville Garden apartment and Mimi and Frank's apartment in the living room, Denise, Gloria, and Holden are waiting. Maria came back from the study, and they all saw her. My parents told me I can go. Just like that. Letting a minor venture across the world to an unknown territory without a single thought of word. What are you getting at? I think you're trying to fob me off. Perhaps I should talk to your parents. Look, they said she can come, so do one. I believe you lot will be doing that. Now let's go. And as Denise, Gloria, Maria, and Holden all went and left the apartment. Meanwhile, on the Grand Private Jet, which is on its way back to Brooklyn, New York, let's get in the living room where Isabella and Vince are talking. It is so tragic of what happened to my nephew. He was so young and full of joy. Yeah, it just seems though the timing of it, I know, almost as if it was planned. By the way, we're not heading to Graham High in Los Angeles. We're actually going to be staying in Brooklyn, New York. What about our work? Our friends? I've been told due to the recent events, we're going to be going to a high school in Brooklyn. Meanwhile, in the back, Angela and Damon are making out underneath the covers in bed. And as they pull away, sorry we left in kind of hurry, especially when you just arrived and went to see more sights, Oi. All I care about right now is being with you. That's all what matters. What are we gonna do with the aftermath of Ricky? We'll get through it like we always have. I love you so much. You know that. Of course I do. And I love you too. Meanwhile, in the outskirts of London, England, inside the Dryden Park cabinet in the hallway, Kyle came back after hearing a noise. Taylor, what's going on? Did you hear? And as Kyle see Taylor laying on the ground with an arrow wrenching her back. Oh my God, Taylor! And as Kyle ran to where she is and got down and tried to build pulse on her. Taylor. No, I can't lose you. Somebody help! And as the man came to where Taylor and Kyle is. What's going on? And as he saw him, I don't know. I just came and saw her laid with this with an arrow wrenched in her back. Do me a favor and get me Miss Drake. Right. And as man went and walked away, while Kyle went and got some chairs and used it as a barricade to prevent people from stepping on Taylor. Meanwhile, in Mrs. Drake's classroom, students are facing Miss Drake. Now then, let us begin the lesson for today. I will be passing out the new summary outline for the season. Learn it well. Front row people, take one and pass it behind you. And as she went and handed the pamphlets to the people in the front, and as they each took one and passed it to the back, just as Doug came in, and Miss Drake saw along with everyone else, Headmaster. What a pleasant surprise. Same here. I just have something I need to address to class. Sure, Headmaster. The floor is yours. Right. I just want to inform you lot that if you need to go off campus, excuse me, Miss Drake, and as the man came to where they are, you need it fast. And as everyone saw him, go. I'll keep watch. And as Miss Drake went and left the classroom with the man, just as another student came in, and Doug saw. Ah, well, good Charlie. It is good for you to join us. Meanwhile, in Mrs. Hartley's classroom, class is in session with Tina speaking before the class. We'll be going through this whole book, including some homework assignments. By the way, it's a $25 charge for a new one, should you use it. Not that it matters since your parents are going to be billed for it. And as Lucy and Eric went and sat down in their respective spots with their books. Thank you, Lucy and Eric. Now open your books to page 17. Let's get to Lucy and Eric who are talking. You're still on what happened. I have a feeling something big is about to arrive here. Lucy, why don't you start us off by reading the first paragraph? Meanwhile, outside the Dryden Park Academy within the woods, something that's been having red glare that's been watching the school is on the move. And as it begins approaching towards the school entrance. Meanwhile, at the John F. Kennedy International Airport, Denise, Gloria, Maria, and Holden all came in with their luggage. How long are we gonna be at Dryden? I don't know. That would be up to your parents to decide in the end. Clearly, Mom and Dad must have a part in this. Guess again. Now each of you enjoy your flight. And as Denise gave Gloria, Maria, and Holden their tickets. By the way, Maria, your parents will be billed for the flight. Are you serious? Yes. She'll be on a scholarship just like you two lot are. But the plane ride isn't free. And not to worry, I've already mailed the details to them. Meanwhile, at the Grand Java Cafe, Caroline and Simon are talking. Okay, I'm all ears. What I'm about to reveal can't circulate around. I have premonitions. Premonitions. Yeah, you heard me correctly. What did you see? An image of a house being burnt down to the ground. Now, I don't know any details as of yet, but these images are getting stronger. I believe you. Please don't try to fob me off. Wait, you serious? You're my girlfriend, and I have complete faith in you, so you do know what this means, right? Meanwhile, on the Grand Private Jet, which is on its way to Brooklyn, New York, let's get to the living room where Isabella and Vince are talking. You know, I think it's a good idea. You're only saying that in hopes I'm not going back to boarding school. Damn right! I want to have a normal life. Of course our lives are normal. You know what I mean. And as Angela and Damien came in fully dressed, and Isabella and Vince saw them. Took you too long enough. Damien and I had personal matters to tend to. Just so you know, we're gonna be heading to school in New York in light of what happened. Makes sense. There must be something we can do to honor Ricky's memory. Meanwhile, in the outskirts of London, England, inside the Dryden Park Academy in the hallway, Miss Drake and the man came to where Taylor is, who was blocked by 3 chairs. And as she and Kyle in turn moved the chairs, just in time for Miss Drake to see the arrow wedged in Taylor's back. And as Miss Drake looked at the 2 lads, do you 2 know what happened? I heard Taylor got struck by that. I didn't see anything. I just heard screaming from him and I came and saw what's up. Go to class, Garrett. Yes, Miss Drake. And as Garrett in turn went and walked away. What happened to her? She's dead, Kyle. Now, did you see anything or anyone else? No. Stay here. I'm gonna go get some help. And as Miss Drake turned and went and walked away. Moments later, Stephen came to where Kyle is. And he saw his twin. What the hell have you done? Meanwhile, in Mrs. Drake's classroom, students are chatting amongst each other. Let's get to Will, who went and sat down next to Julian while he, Cindy, Phoebe, Matt, Aaron, and Brody with Hunter are talking with Doug supervising them. Why did any of you wake me up? You just got here not too long ago, and we figured you need the rest. Not at the expense of Mrs. Drake. Anyways, and as Will noticed the new student amongst them, which they notice. This is Hunter. Hunter, Will. Speaking of which, how you liking the place, Hunter? It's gigantically huge, as they say. That is the beauty of the place. You'll get used to it, mate. Now, what line of family do you come from? He means, did your parents pay, or are you on a scholarship program? Scholarship program. Don't mind them. Matt and I are on as well. Scholarship or not, we're all here to have a good time, yeah? Brody's right. No matter how we get here, we're gonna have an amazing adventure in the end. Meanwhile, in Mrs. Hartley's classroom, class is in session while Lucy is reading before the class. Oh, that you were yourself, but love you are no longer yours, then yourself live. Against this coming, you should prepare, and your sweet semblance to some other gift. So should beauty, which you hold in lease, find no determination, then you are yourself again after yourself decease. When your sweet issue, your sweet form should bear. What is this? Literature? Excuse you. You happen to be reading an interesting dialogue from the most prestigious person who roamed on this planet. Why don't we take a short break and Eric can pick up afterwards, yeah? And as the students begin talking amongst each other, let's get to Lucy and Eric who are talking. Damn, that was really deep. You have no idea. Meanwhile, the mysterious dark figure is now inside, begin roaming about the hallway. Meanwhile, at the John F. Kennedy International Airport, Denise, Gloria, Maria, and Holden all arrive at their terminal area with their luggage. Right, this is where your flight takes off. Well, I guess we'll be heading to England, to this Dryden Park Academy. Not to worry. From what I heard, it's the most prestigious school on the planet. We really don't give a damn about it. Exactly. We'd rather be here, but I guess it's really not our call in the end. I'm glad you two lot finally seemed to let that sink in. Maria, enjoy your time there. Now then, if you lot excuse me, I have pressing matters to tend to. And as Denise turned and walked away. Let's get to Gloria, Maria, and Holden who are talking. Sometimes I could never get her. Nobody does. Just so you know, no matter where we go, I got two of you's backs always. Thank you, brother. Yeah, thank you, Houghton. And as they all went and sat down with their stuff, waiting for their boarding call to be announced. Meanwhile, at the Grand Java Cafe, Caroline and Simon are talking. You know what? Maybe it could be nothing, or we may have a serial arsonist in the making. We need to squash this as quickly as possible. I don't know when it's gonna happen. Look, all we gotta do is keep our ears peeled to anything. Now I know how that sounds and all. Me mom knows about it. Well, not the recent one. She basically pried it out of me since she sent something wrong with me. It's fine. But we can't let any more people know about this, because it could snowball into something catastrophic, and that could be the last thing we need. I know. Suddenly, Caroline has another vision of a fire burning what appears to be at the Lakewood Diner. And as it ends, leaving her uneasy with Simon sensing it. You had another vision, did you? Meanwhile, on the Grand Private Jet, which is on its way to Brooklyn, New York, let's get inside the living room where Isabella, Vince, Angela, and Damon are talking. We can dedicate some in his name. I mean, what was his favorite things? I didn't know too much of the guy. What about our parents? Surely they must know something about Ricky. After all, he is their grandson. Only thing is, we have no way of contacting them since I heard them going to Dryden Park. We can't give up on this, and we're not. Maybe Ricky's close family must know. When we get back to New York, we can put it all together. Meanwhile, in the outskirts of London, England, inside the Dryden Park Academy in the hallway, Taylor is face down with the arrow wrenched in her back, while Kyle and Stefan are talking. Why are you looking about here, avoiding the question? Interesting. Look, mate, I found her like this. Is she? Yeah. This isn't exactly a good time seeing what happened with Ricky and all. And before you dive even further, I didn't do this. Where's Miss Drake? She's getting some help as we speak. Speaking of which, and as Miss Drake came back, and Kyle and Stefan saw just as she arrived. Help is on the way. You two lot stay while I get the headmaster. And as Miss Drake turned and walked away. Meanwhile, in Mrs. Drake's classroom, students are still chatting amongst each other, with Doug supervising them. Let's get to Cindy, Phoebe, Matt, Aaron, Will, Julian, Brody, and Hunter who are talking. Guys, I really think something's wrong. We may be right. Mrs. Drake took off mighty fast, almost as if come down. Don't you think you're being a little dramatic? Have you met this school? Anything can happen this year. I take that you lot are used to this sort of thing. I'll fill you in later. And as Miss Drake came back in and went to where Doug is and whispered something, which caused him to get up and head out. And as Miss Drake turned and faced the class, alright everybody, and as everyone got quiet for Miss Drake to speak, due to the circumstances, class is now postponed. Head to your rooms by exiting the east side. Oh, I'm happy that you got back safe and sound, Will. Aaron, I believe this is the perfect time to show Hunter about the school. Yes, Miss Drake. Will, why don't you join them? With the pair of you combined showing Hunter around, it won't be long till he gets a grasp of what this school can offer. Will do. Everybody else can go. And as everyone went and left Mrs. Drake's classroom, soon Miss Drake followed. Meanwhile, in Mrs. Hartley's classroom, class is talking among each other. Let's get to Lucy and Eric who are talking. How's Wilma settling in? She's doing good, which explains why my parents want me back here so soon. You think they're gonna show up? Honestly, I really don't know. And as Miss Drake came in and went to where Tina is, and as they began talking, let's get to them. What's going on? There's a student with an arrow wrenched in their back. Maybe yours for the matter. Alright. Everyone is dismissed. Don't go too far. Miles, I think it's high time we continue our little chat in Doug's office. Don't you agree? I do. Head there immediately. Everybody else to your rooms. And as everyone turned, got their stuff, and went and left along with Miles. What's going on? I'll fill you in on the way to Doug's office. And as Tina got her stuff, and as she went, leaving the classroom with Miss Drake, and as Tina closed the door. Meanwhile, in the front area, the mysterious figure is revealing itself to be a student. And as they went upstairs, walking past Lucy and Eric, who came back down and arrived at the foot of the stairs with Eric said something wrong with his girlfriend. What is it? Do you feel that energy? No. Come on. Let's head to our rooms. And as they begin heading upstairs, and as Lucy thinking, we are in for a hell of a year.